don't be afraid to use it, is my point. Okay. It's like medicine. Like if a child, most children don't want to take medicine because it doesn't taste good. But you know that it's good for them, so it's not a question of, are you going to take it? It's like, you're going to take it, right? And I look at this as medicine, okay? If they take it, I know they're going to feel better, right? I just got to get them, in front of it, right? But, and that's sort of like my analogy of them seeing the information as them taking the medicine. What they do after that is their business. So don't ever be afraid to, like, if you have to muscle it a little bit and say, no, you're going to come see this. Just shut up and watch. That's okay, because you know the outcome. It's a healthy, positive, well-intentioned, supportive outcome. You're not trying to get them to do drugs or sell things illegally or bootleg. Or, you know what I mean? It's not like we're doing anything that's not going to have an impact, whether it's financial, spiritual, personal development-wise, relationship-wise. So I don't have any problem, doing that when it calls for it. Okay. Anything else that comes up with inviting for anybody?
Yes, actually, there's a lot of people that saw it in the past.
Sure.
And it's like, it's a lot difficult to...
I got it. Hey, Alan and I were talking about that the other day. You have to let people know, it's like whatever you saw, whatever your experience was, that is like long gone. Like, there's some, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it into a person or a couple of people. I'm like, listen, it's not that kind of party anymore. You got to just come and just meet this one person. Like, just come meet this person. And then after that, if you still feel like you don't want to see it and it's horrible, then we're done. Like, I'll never bring it up again.
Wait, are you talking about you showing it to a person again,
yeah.
or you're showing it to a person who has seen it by someone else?
Yeah, whoever. I don't care.
No, it doesn't matter. It's like...
Yeah.
Really?
If they've seen it by
Just
someone else.
I feel like they wouldn't...
start ever.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like once they said no to me, they wouldn't even be open to say it.
Once they said no to who? You?
To me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, but see, I don't, until someone tells me, don't ever call me about this again, I keep calling. I do. Like, every 6 months or a year, I'll call, like clockwork, until they say, don't ever call me about this ever again. Then, yeah.
I called her 4 times.
No, she doesn't see. I'm saying people who I messed up with in the past, I feel like, okay, maybe I don't want to.
You didn't mess up with
them.
them.
People are afraid of it because they don't want to be that personality.
The what?
That's the classic reason one of the reasons people say no to this, because of people that do that.
Do what?
That you keep calling them. I mean, how often do you keep calling?
6 months to a year.
Oh, you wait 6 months still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
And if you have a relationship with them anyway, they're going to ask you, how's that thing going?
Right.
Yeah, like that.
Just tell them it's great.
What do you do with friends that, you can't keep in touch with everybody? It's a lot of people. So sometimes people tell me, oh, you probably want to invite me to that again, but when are you going to see me just for a cup of coffee or something? And I'm like, I don't have time for coffee. I'm building my business.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's true, though. It's true.
I know.
Like,
there's too many people.
But what I say is, we can hang out, but you can come hang out with me. I don't have time to come hang out with you.
Excellent.
All right? And that just is what it is. And it's only for a season. In a couple of years, when I'm, buying my second home, and I'm taking a vacation every other week.
You can come to my island.
Then I will come. I'll take time out and I'll come hang out with you. But right now, this is the season that I'm in. Right?
Yeah. It's just...
I do not spend time with anyone right now that it's not focused on this.
Yes.
Even my kids they're so they're so attuned to what we're doing, and they understand that it's about helping people, so that when we're out, they're always like prospecting. they're not even aware that they're doing it, But they're asking people questions, and they're like, so.
How old are they?
7 and 11.
Yeah.
So it's okay, because here's the thing. My friends that are not in World Ventures, my very close friends that I've grown up with, they're not doing anything right now in their life that I want to be around, other than like just us hanging out with our kids. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But besides that, they're not doing anything. They're overweight, they're out of shape, they're in debt, they're, there's a whole list of things that I can name. Whereas when I'm in this dynamic, I'm always being challenged by the people that I spend time with to, eat better, to, do things better. So I'm like, well, why would I want to come hang out with you? You should be lucky and grateful that I'm inviting you to come hang out with me. Yeah. You don't have to join, but you're welcome to come hang out with us. So, yeah, that's how I would address that. They got to be on your schedule.
Yeah, but I just, I don't want to seem arrogant, but I really feel like...
It just is what it is. It is what it is. Like, Eyal, when Eyal first had started his family, and we went to spend time with him, with his kid. He had the twins then, and then the third one came after. But I never said to Eyal, like, dude, like, you're spending all this time with your newborns. Like, how come we're not hanging out? Like, that would be retarded for me to say that. Because obviously his kids are important, and I recognize that. So I was willing to come to his environment because he didn't have time to be running around, right? And this is a lot like you're developing and raising kids, so to speak. Like you're developing a new identity, a new family, a new dynamic. Right. And it takes time to cultivate that. So no, I don't have time to leave this and come over here and have a beer with you and talk about nothing for an hour and a half.
Right.
But you're welcome, right? My door is open to you to come in and you can come hang out. And again, I don't care if you join it or not, but you're welcome to spend time with it. And usually when people spend enough time around this kind of environment, that will enroll them all by itself. All right?
I have some friends we were in touch with them for years, like 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
And what approach do you take? Like you're building reports again, like forming them, or you just taking the apology approach? I apologize that I wasn't in touch with you, but I have something very important to you to see. And so
I'll just say, Dan, real quick, what's been going on? Are you married? Do you have kids? What are you doing? And that's it, right? That's like a 5-minute conversation. Yeah. And I'll say, listen, the reason I'm calling you is because you live in, I don't care where they live, right? You live in
Brazil.
Right? No, you live in Manana. And I'm looking to develop and open up that area. And, because we went to high school together, we have history. I want to share this concept with you because you might be very right for what I'm looking for, but more importantly, you surely know some people that could be right for me to help you develop that area. So when can you set aside 20 minutes?
Amazing.
Yeah. Anything else on inviting? You guys pretty good?
So they're sending messages to me in the middle of the video. That I need to close people right now.
Are your teenagers?
Recently, Jonathan gave me a couple months ago. He gave me an idea to go on Facebook. I have made new friends throughout the whole entire world. I don't know who they are. They have no idea who I am.
Sure.
And I just recently, last couple weeks ago, I just emailed several people one day in America, in Michigan. 2 people in Michigan. One person really gave me a bunch of words to say, I will not repeat. The other person, he came back to me, gave me his phone number. I called him wherever he is. He says, I don't have any money to put gas in my car. 0 money, man. 0. And I said, I understand you, no problem. He says, I really want to be in Israel. He said, my pastor comes to Israel. I want to get to Israel also. I said, come to Israel. I'll give you a nice little tour here. And he says, okay, I'm going to send you something. He watched it, called him. He says, I don't have the money now, but I want to see you come back. I want you to come back to me in 2 months. Okay. Come back. I said, no problem. He said, don't forget about me, please, because I really want to get this started. I want to get myself out of debt a little bit. Yeah. Get the money, put the money on the table. I said, no problem. Whenever you're ready.
Facebook is a good tool. I have a friend that sponsors 4 to 6 people a week on Facebook. So you can, if you leverage it correctly, it's it could be a gold mine. You have to know how to be on it.
How exactly?
I got a friend request from someone in Spain today. So I got a friend request today from someone in Spain. I don't know. He just laughed at it.
How exactly does he recruit?
She has a strong presence on Facebook. She knows how to brand herself, and she spends it's a part of her life.
She just meet new people on Facebook.
Yes.
Or she has something
she
that
attracts people to her based on her brand. way that
Okay.
she's on Facebook, right?
What is their brand?
What's her brand?
Yeah.
Her brand is Healthy Living.
Mm-hmm.
That's her brand. So
Nice.
she's in a different company. She's a different company.
Yeah.
But you know what I do is whenever I'm on Facebook, like a lot of us have been already taught how to do, we promote, you know, energy, lifestyle,
Yeah.
people, fun. So when people look at our pictures, they're always like, you know, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? And the blue sign. And by the way, that you should be here. That's the only thing that we should be sharing. Don't ever do wish you were here.
Why?
Because we want to have one uniform brand. Like Nike as well. What's Nike?
Just do it.
It's not wish you could do it.
Yeah.
It's just do it.
Yeah.
It's